brand new championship.
There's 6 races a year, nicely evenly spread.
I think that is an excellent way for a gentleman driver to enter the GT3 class.
You know, the bronze driver gets all the main things like qualifying, and it's all kind of built around the bronze driver.
So I believe this series is very much attractive for amateur drivers like us. Yeah.
I like the idea of bronze being more involved and, you know, have the more power to do well or bad.
We have for the first time the chance to be in Le Mans.
The atmosphere during 24 hours is fantastic.
I think around midday there will already be some 200,000 people. I've never done that before in my life, so I'm looking forward to that.
Welcome to the start of a brand new competition, the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup, a series where the emphasis is definitely on the drivers, who get to race head-to-head in some of the best racing machinery around some of the finest circuits in Europe, including the opportunity to race at the legendary Le Mans circuit in France. But it all starts right here this weekend in the beautiful Imola in Italy. And yes, I really am stood right next to the circuit.
The racetrack at Imola lies within walking distance of the historic town centre, and it's part of the landscape here. Just like the town itself, Imola the circuit is classic and Italian, and it's the first of half a dozen top-flight venues in the inaugural GT3 Le Mans Cup.
Let's take a quick look at the type of cars that will be racing in the series, and it's a pretty mouth-watering roll call.
We've got some of the best GT3 machinery to be found. There's a hint of Formula One with the mighty McLaren 650S, some of Germany's finest, the Porsche 911 and Audi R8. There's a touch of class from Great Britain with the Aston Martin Vantage, and of course Italian exotics, the dramatic Lamborghini Huracan and the brand new Ferrari 488, Maranello's latest offering. All raced by drivers representing 11 different countries. So let's see who could be in the mix this season. Thomas Floor should be quick with a strong teammate in Francesco Castellacci and the latest Ferrari F488.
It's an incredible car. I think the way to describe the difference is that the 458 was a fantastic car, but it was the converted road car to a race car. This is a race car. The 488 GT3 is a true race car.
Japan's Hiroshi Hamaguchi is looking forward to his first taste of Europe.
Never raced in Europe before, so this is my first time to race or to come to Europe. And racing Europe has such a history. Atmosphere is great. I mean, the track and truck around and truck inside, and the people and food and drinks and everything is exciting.
Egidio Perfetti is hoping to build his confidence with the challenge of qualifying as a bronze driver.
The format, with the fact that the gentleman, the bronze, is, let's say, more focus. There is more focus. The fact that we have to do the qualifying, I think it's excellent for us gentlemen drivers to be able to go in a championship that is, for once, a little bit more dedicated to us to start with.
For Sally Jolik, this could be the beginning of his dream of one day competing in the Le Mans 24 Hours.
I'm dreaming about it to do in like maybe in 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. Whenever I feel myself a bit competitive, because there's no point going there without being competitive. It's a lifetime opportunity I've been waiting for, and Ewan also has been waiting for it. We can't wait to start there actually.
With great cars, you also need great tyres to extract the best from the machinery.
It's a high level of performance in the GT3. So we wanted, as well as the ACO, to be part of this nice new championship. So this year in the GT3 Le Mans Cup, we will use two kinds of tire. The first one, the slicks for dry weather, which will be a combination, or the goal is to have the better consistency as possible to last over the stint, but also a high level of performance, because that's in a way a kind of a sprint race. For the wet condition, we will use our brand new tire, which have the same design of our confidential tire we use for the wake, which is the brand new P2ZL, with some grooves obviously to evacuate the water.
I'm joined here down on the grid by Gerard Nouveau, the man behind the championship. Gerard, what is unique about the GT3 Le Mans Cup?
First of all, this is a new championship, and we have to say that we do a pro-am, but with serious focus for the gentleman driver. That's the idea at the beginning, but with some very specific access. For example, all the qualifying is made by the gentleman drivers, which make interest for them. The second point is they will have access to the famous long circuit of Le Mans with the race Road to Le Mans. At the end, the winner of the championship overall classification, at the end, will have an invitation to race to Le Mans the following season on the GT cars. That's a very attractive championship.
Enjoy the race, Gerard.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we're here with the pole-sitting car, and it is the Ferrari that was the fastest here at Imola for this first round of the GT3 Cup. Are you looking forward to the race?
Yes, really good job of my teammate on the qualifying. Really nice lap. And now we are really focused for the race. The weather condition is so-and-so. We will see. We hope to do a dry race, but anyway, we hope to arrive in the same position that we start.
Absolutely. Well, good luck for the race. Very best of luck for you. It was indeed the Ferrari that was the fastest, but it's going to be a really close race with plenty of action. So let's go racing.
Ready to get the season underway, Luigi Lucchini in the red Ferrari leads the field. Egidio Perfetti alongside in the white Porsche, Aston Martin and McLaren on row 2. And the poleman pacing the field as we get ready for the start of the GT3 Le Mans Cup Series here at the fabulously historic Imola. Out of the final corner, waiting for the lights to change. And away we go. Good start from the Ferrari. The Aston Martin tucked right up underneath him, showing its nose to the right of your picture. The Porsche, though, down into Tamburello, late on the brakes, around the outside, challenging for the lead. Oh, and contact! And the Ferrari is off. The Porsche survives. The Aston Martin and the McLaren from row 2 go through and are joined by the black Ferrari. That's number 26, Nicolas Michelin, with red highlights. But the pole-sitting Ferrari is out, and the Porsche rejoined very slowly. Lead trio are broken away, and there's a gap back to everybody else. You can see Perfetti's white Porsche at the back. Well, let's take a look here. Down into Tamburello. It sweeps left, then right. He's out wide on the dirt, bounced up in the air by the curbs, and without wheels on tarmac, it's hard to control the car. Take a look again. It's a small error, but it has massive consequences for the fastest 2 cars in qualifying. Egidio Perfetti in for a check over. Car looks to be okay. Luigi Lucchini also in the Ferrari. Lead battle, Sully Yolok in the Aston Martin under real pressure from Hiroshi Hamaguchi in the McLaren 650S. Nicolas Michelin dropping back a little as out goes Luigi Lucchini. Car is A-OK. Sully Yolok holding the lead under pressure. He's in the TF Sport Aston Martin.
So I'm down here, joined by Ewan Hankey. Ewan, he's made a good start, hasn't he?
Yeah, unbelievable start. Pretty bad news for the Ferrari, put it on pole, but Sally kept himself out of trouble, and you know, he's doing a great job at the moment. The McLaren's really pressurising him, but he's just getting himself into it. See them there, they're pretty close now. But yeah, I just hope he just stays calm and keeps it clean.
Every team has started with a bronze driver in the car, although there is no requirement to do so. But this is a battle of the gentleman drivers right now. Egidio Perfetti, looks like the Porsche's going back behind the wall into the paddock. They may be headed for retirement. Battle for 5th position, Thomas Floor in the silver machine, the brand new F488 Ferrari ahead of the F458 Italia GT3, the red car of Cedric Mezzard, and Philip Hansen in the Audi R8 LMS. Well, the new Ferrari just in front, but it is a new machine, and you can see that Thomas Floor struggling to rein it in. The 458 Italia, much better known. Cedric Mezzard seems to have a good balance there. Floor is exploring the outer limits of the track here as they went through the Variante Alta. Now, of course, we should have another F458 Italia at the front of the field, but the number 7 Carvar pole sitter Luigi Lucchini was involved in this first corner incident with the Porsche, and that has really hurt their race.
I tell you, that wasn't really the start that you wanted after starting from pole position.
Yes, unfortunately we had this accident on the first corner. Not my teammate fault, but it can happen on the race. Now the worst thing that we have to do, if it's dry, the 2 hour with one same tire, because we had only 3 tires from the accident. But anyway, we try to do our best and we hope to improve the position.
Well, Matteo's teammate Luigi Lucchini is already up behind the leaders trying to get his lap back. Oh, and someone's gone off, and that's Ivor Dunbar. Now the number 25 car off at the exit of Villeneuve. Everybody safely gets through. There's the number 7 car trying to get its lap back. Dunbar, one of the least experienced drivers in the field. He's got veteran Johnny Molan with him as his mentor and co-driver. And just carrying a little bit too much speed into the second element of Villeneuve. Maybe missed the braking point, clipped the curb as well. Off he went. Here are the leaders then. And Hamaguchi right up behind. Saliolic really pushing hard down through the double left-handers at Ravazza. Oh, getting too deep. Big slide from him. And there, the door is open then for the number 7 Ferrari. There's Luigi Lucchini, desperately trying to find a way by. Don't forget that red Ferrari, the BMS Scuderia Italia car, was the fastest in qualifying. Looks like it's still got plenty of pace, trying to get by the leaders back onto the lead lap. They have not given this race up in any way, shape or form. Battle for 5th rages on at the Variante Alta. Thomas Floor all over the curbs in the silver car. Cedric Mezzard even wider in the red Ferrari, and here comes the Audi. Great chance now. Trying to get his nose inside. Door was firmly closed there as they sweep down into Ravazza. He is still in 7th place, but the red Ferrari really feeling the pressure. Number 25, Ivor Dunbar in front of the 5th place battle. Headlights flashing from Thomas Floor, comes up behind him. The 2 488s. Oh, and Dunbar goes off as they get to Tamburello and comes back on, having just missed the entire 5th place battle. It was a stroke of luck. And now look at the way that the battle is seesawing here. Thomas Floor under pressure from the red Ferrari of Cedric Mezzard as the Audi follows close behind. Saliolic, comfortable race lead now. And Hiroshi Hamaguchi, has he taken too much out of his tyres early on? Is he just pacing himself? Making sure they are in good shape for the pit stops, which are coming up soon. Pit window opens at 55 minutes of the 2-hour race for 10 minutes, right around the hour mark. And Cedric Mezzard now really feeling the pressure from Philip Hansen. Hansen had a great run out of Acqua Minerale, up through Variante Alta. And now here he's going to challenge all the way down the rest of the lap. This double left-hander, very tricky, under braking. The track falls away on the outside in both elements of the Ravazza. AF Corsa out on the pit apron. Francesco Castellacci closest to the camera as they await Thomas Floor in the 51 car, and in he comes, and he's being followed in by Mezzard as the Audi continues. That now inherits 5th position. Pit stops are underway here at Imola. We're approaching the midway of the first race of the GT3 Le Mans Cup. Well, now here is pressure for the teams. This is a team sport. You can lose so much more time in the pits than you're ever likely to gain on track between equal drivers. The teams have a real chance here to make a big difference in the race. 26 is in. This is the car that was in 3rd place, Nicolas Masselin of France. And he hands over to young single-seater race Mathieu Vazivière. Vassivier not very experienced at all in sports cars. However, the co-driver of this machine is. In comes our race leader, Sally Yolick, to hand over to Ewan Hankey. Hankey, silver-rated, gold-rated Adrian Quaife-Hobbs runs round to take over the second-place McLaren from Hiroshi Hamaguchi. Mads Rasmussen leading the race in the 71 Ferrari. They have yet to stop, and it's the only car, by the way, that's got two bronze-rated gentleman drivers in the lineup. So the battle on pit road looks to be going in favour of the Aston Martin crew. TF Sport, very experienced British team. And the McLaren is still there. Triple F Racing Team by ACM, away they go. Looks like they've lost a bit of ground though. McLaren Works driver Adrian Quaife-Hobbs will have some work to do to catch Ewan Hankey, who gallops off in the Aston. 71 stops, AF Corsa have already dealt with their 51 car, now they've got time for 71, and that means they're staggering their pit stops, giving their double bronze drivers a taste of the lead. This is the battle for 5th place, the Audi clearly faster off pit roads. Nigel Moore now at number 19's wheel, but Francesco Castellacci in the 51 F488 takes 5th position away. Here is our race leader, Ewan Hankey, in the number 34 Aston Martin V12. Leads after all the pit stops have been completed, pushing very hard indeed. He knows he's got pressure from behind. Francesco Castellacci flashing the headlights at Felipe Barreiros. He's just taken over the 71 Ferrari. So two AF Corsa cars, the older 458 being passed by the brand new 488. They look different, don't they? And Thomas Floor now back in the pits. He's with Charlie George.
Francesco's in the car now. He's really pushing on, isn't he?
Yeah, Francesco is doing one faster lap than fastest guy on the track now. It will be tough for the 3rd place. We're about 22 seconds behind, so it will be tough. So what a shame. I think if we wouldn't have lost the 5 seconds at the beginning, we would make the 3rd place. We'll see. Long race still to go.
Felipe Barreiros once more coming under pressure for 5th place in his Ferrari. This is Nigel Moore in the Audi R8 all over the back of the Portuguese driver. And you can see he is closing right down. The last couple of laps throws it down the inside as they get to Tosa. Tight inside line, and through he goes up to 5th spot. Meanwhile, Stevie S coming in for a drive-through number 8 Ferrari, started by Cedric Mezar. Mezar exceeding track limits too often. We saw it a few times from the number 8 car. Let's take a look again at this pass. Sells the dummy to the outside at Tosa. He was always hoping to lunge to the inside. And Nigel Moore pulls off a classic Imola 1-2 pass. Race leader Ewan Hankey, comfortable advantage for the TF Sport Aston Martin. Sally Yolick did an excellent starting stint, and Ewan Hankey really pushing hard. 1 minute 43s, not quite the fastest car on track. Here's Nigel Moore also pushing hard. That car started by his teammate Philip Hansen in that battle for 5th position. And there is young Philip watching with the team on the pit wall. And they are catching the 4th place car. It's Francesco Castellacci's number 51 Ferrari. And here is Castellacci showing just how hard he is pushing to try and move up onto the podium. Almost drops it in the gravel at the Ravazza. Mathieu Vassivier in the number 26 Ferrari. They were in 3rd on the first lap. They still are in 3rd. And he is Castellacci's target. What can the young single-seater race do here? The Frenchman has raced some big, powerful single-seaters, but I'm not sure how many starts he's done with a roof over his head. Matteo Cressoni, the number 7 Ferrari. This is the Variante Alta, the high chicane. And look at that, really pushing on. Cressoni in 8th place as our leader continues unmolested out front. This is perfect for Ewan Hankey. Nearly 15 seconds ahead of fellow Brit Adrian Quaife-Hobbs in the McLaren. McLaren in the middle of a 3-way Ferrari battle. The black car is Adrian Quaife-Hobbs. He's in 2nd, trying to get by the white Ferrari Felipe Barreiros, who's in 6th. Having a run at him, number 8, Steve ES. fuming undoubtedly after being handed a drive-through penalty for somebody else's missed endeavours. And right behind the number 7 car that started on pole, that's Matteo Cressoni, continuing their 2-hour-long fight back from last and in the gravel. And Quaife Hobbs trying to send the message down the inside. He can't squeeze through. This is real trouble for the second place car. The balance of performance between these cars is very close indeed. The McLaren goes through and the 71 Ferrari drops 3 spots there, being a gentleman. Well, he moved offline to allow the McLaren to get through, knowing that it was a car that was ahead of him. And straight by went the 2 Ferraris and looked down the inside. Matteo Cressoni jumped Stevie S as well. So the BMS Scuderia Italia car moves up 2 spots in 2 corners. And watch here, Cressoni taking no prisoners, is he? All that trouble for the second place McLaren has just aided the Aston Martin that leads the race to build up a bigger advantage. And Stevie S in the gravel gets it wrong at Villeneuve. Not the first to do that, probably won't be the last. Oh, way out of shape coming in the left-handed element. Rough ride through the gravel, taking off some of the car's bodywork, and he's going to lose 7th place to Felipe Barreros, who zooms by on the grey stuff. Wry smiles from the AF Corsa mechanics. At least it's not their car, they won't have to fix it. TF Sport, run by former race driver Tom Ferrier from Great Britain, have been running in GTs for several years, but never a major international championship. This is a big step up for them. They're very experienced now with the Aston Martin, and Ewan Hankey doing a great job, still leading the race. The battle for 7th place rages on once more. Felipe Barreros in the white car, the number 71 machine. He has 7th place. Steve ES took it away, went off, lost it, takes it back again. Can he control the car? Yes, just about. Exceeding track limits by a fraction, but he moves back up into 7th position. Great seesaw battle, even if he is dragging bits of the Ferrari along behind him. And there's the car that is in 3rd place, number 51 machine, Mathieu Vazivière, ahead of Francesco Castellacci. But there is possibly a penalty for the classic and modern Ferrari. They're investigating their pit stop, so could there be a twist in the tail? Could 51 be handed that position? 26 cars stop. What did they do? Were there too many people working on the car? Was their stop too short? Oh! Castellacci had better not drop the car now. The clock has run down almost to 0 as Ewan Hankey crosses the line. He will be on the final lap here of the opening race of the GT3 Le Mans Cup. Right in front of him, compatriot Nigel Moore in the Audi R8 LMS. And I'm not sure that the Aston is going to put a lap on the Audi now on the final lap. That would just be asking a little bit too much of good fortune. He's got a big lead in hand over the second place McLaren. He can afford to take it easy. Heading to the pit wall, Sally Yolick and the TF Sport crew. And this is going to be a major, major win for Ewan Hankey, for Sally Yolick and for Tom Ferrier's team. Their first venture into a big international championship. Nigel Moore pulls out of the way. It is going to be victory in Imola for TF Sport, for Aston Martin, for Ewan Hankey, who takes the checkered flag, and for teammate Sally Yolick, who did such a great job in the opening stint and in qualifying to put them 3rd on the grid. What a major result. Adrian Quaife Hobbs brings the McLaren across the line in 2nd position. But it is a big win, the first victory in the GT3 Le Mans Cup for TF Sports Aston Martin. Triple F Racing Team by ACM, the McLaren in 2nd. Classic and Modern's Ferrari, the number 26 car 3rd, all the way from start to finish. But what delight for our race winners.
You both had just fantastic stints. It all went the right way, and you guys are the winners.
Yeah, I had the easiest drive ever. I mean, Sally did all the hard work. Never seen anyone be under so much pressure, and he dealt with it beautifully, pulled a big gap. The boys with the pit stop just did a wicked job, and I just had to manage the gap. It was cool.
We all did a great job. The pit stop was great. You drive brilliantly, so that was all good.
That's what I did.
Points leaders after the first of our 6 races are our winners here in Imola, Ewan Hankey and Sally Yoluk.
Well, that's it for the first round of the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup. You can see we've had great variety here with the Aston Martin, McLaren and Ferrari all getting podium places. Make sure you join us next time for the road to Le Mans.
Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup. Road to Le Mans.
Mulsanne Straight.
DSS.
Next time, Le Mans.